Here we have a rifle that many have seen by now. It's been on the market for over a year. The versions coming in now are a little different. They continue to refine and update it to try to meet customer demand. This is the Polish Radom Archer 01. Now this is the current version. Just came in September, and it has a few notable differences from the originals. First off, it's now coming from the factory with this telescoping buttstock already installed. It's an M4 style, but this is a Polish stock. It is not American. There, third, fourth position. You have kind of long out and has a nice rubber butt plate with a kind of a big footprint. And there's a reinforcing plate inside the receiver to give it extra strength. Another change that is with this version was an earlier one from this year, is the new style of barrel profile. This is an 18-inch barrel, chrome lined, with a 1 in 9 twist rate. Yes, I know. Places say 1 in 10. Guess what? That was a mistranslation from metric to English. Deal. Archers and Beryls have always been 1 in 9. It was part of the military requirement over there. This has a muzzle device. It's really a brake more than a flash hider that is pressed and pinned on to the barrel. Although from the factory these don't look to be pinned. I'm not sure how IO attaches them, but it's on there solid. Has a grenade ring. Added the ring itself, but the notch was already cut in it for launching rifle grenades, NATO spec. This rifle also came in with this Generation 4 scope mount rail, or POPC is the system as the Polish call it. It locks onto the gun in 3 locations. 2 mount up here on the front trunnion, or actually sight block. You can see the slot where that goes in, same on the other side. Back here there's a throw lever, somewhat similar to the original Soviet quick detach mount. You just flip it over and then pull your mount up and off. Flip it back to lock it on. This is the current rail. It is Picatinny compatible. It also has a trough inside here, so you can still see your iron sights under your optic. It is made of steel. Mounts on quite nicely. So these are now coming with these 3 things: the stock, the mount, and the correct profile with muzzle brake. A few minor mods I've made to this one. This is current military foregrip. Has bolt-on rail sections on each side and a grip down here that just goes on. These are really easy to take on and off because of the switch, just like on a Tanto. For those of you who have one, you just flick it to pull this keeper handguard retainer up, take it off, put on a different one if you want to. From the factory, these just come with the standard horizontal, but I thought I'd try the vertical. I also have an EOTech 552 hollow sight back here, which is the current issue in the Polish military for this rifle. Poland purchased several thousand from America here a couple of years ago. Other features of this rifle: has an extended shelf here on the safety. This one's still new, so it's stiff. But standard AK safety, you can flick it pretty easily. They have this bolt hole open notch cut in. I'm not really crazy about it. Zastava also does them on their rifles, but you don't like, you don't have to use it. Just flick this up, let it go. It does a decent job. Hold it open, I guess. When you're ready to fire, just there you go. Tapco G2 trigger group, like most AKs. This is a Polish-made Kalashnikov. It is not built from parts kits. It's built from new parts by FB Radom. Receiver comes in as a single stack. It is milled out. Beryl is original Polish. Serials match. Same. You know, very similar process to the SGL 21s from Arsenal. Takes standard Beryl magazines. This is the current generation of the green. The first ones were black and the second gens were clear. These are what they're currently using. Just a 30 round polymer mag, very similar to the one found on the late Tantal, but you know, clear instead of black. This rifle is chambered for 5.56 like the military Beryl. And it's set up right now like a current generation WZ 2004 with this telescoping stock, this current generation rail, vertical foregrip, forearm, etc. Some other features it has of note is also an enlarged paddle for the mag release, a little easier to hit. And it doesn't come with it, but for those of you who have Tantals, you might have a left side selector here. There. I did grab a Beryl left side selector. It's a little different from a Tantal because it has two arms. I just need to get it in there. I need to drive out this roll pin, get it in, and then I can either link it to the safety and make a left side safety, or just leave it there for cosmetic reasons. It doesn't hurt anything, adds to the look. I don't have to cut it on the receiver. The dust cover does have the raised portion here to work with that to stop it from going too far up, which is neat. When these rifles came out, they were $1,400 and up. They came with a strange muzzle device. It looked like something off a Tantal. They came with a fixed paddle buttstock. And they did not come with the scope rail. Now though, they're down to about $1,250, $1,300. They've been coming with the buttstock and the correct profile barrel for a good number of months. And this most recent batch has the rail. So Radom, Royal Tiger, IO, however you want to talk about, has done a few steps to make it a little more marketable. I think they're getting closer. In the $1,250, $1,300 range with the rail and the stock, you're getting close, because these stocks are $100, $150. These rails are $100, $200 when you find them, especially new, not surplus. So just those components alone really kind of bring this back in line with some other rifles. And at that price, you're pretty much looking at something like a Colt LE 6940 with the rails. So they're priced about in the same range. It's a niche item. They do seem to shoot well, reliably. They are Polish. First one we've seen. I think it would be neat if they also did a mini Beryl pistol with the 9 1/4 inch barrel. Be something that maybe they'll think about in the future if these sell well. But just kind of wanted to share this. We're going to go out and do a little shooting video next with it and show you how it works. The 1-in-9 twist is supposed to stabilize both 55 grain and 62 grain M193 and SS109 ammo equally well. Same as the Steyr AUG AUG. The Steyr also uses a 1-in-9 twist rate in their rifles, so they can work with both most common types of 223, 5.56 NATO. Again, not a 1-in-10, mistranslation all those months, years ago. Never was a 1-in-10, probably never will be. The only 223 rifle that comes to mind immediately that does have a 1-in-10 twist standard is the SIG 550-1. I'd say that's okay. Okay, just finished shooting the last 5.56 gun of the day, the Polish Archer, the semi-auto Beryl. Of the ammo types we were shooting, Tula 55, Tula 62 grain, and Winchester 55. All fired fine, no cycling issues, no ejection issues, no igniting issues. So that means between the Tavor, the Steyr AUG, and this gun, this one is by far the most reliable out of the three. It's the cheapest out of the three. Of course, it is longer. Well, that's it for today on our shooting section.